And now for another high school memory, I just recently, George Washington High School, it's like I just recently, was doing some research and stuff on the school and everything, and I just recently found out that when I was going to school there, I started in 68, graduated in 71, that sounds right. Um, I found out that there was a man called Stanley Tookie Williams that was going there at the same time. He was there for about a year before he got kicked out of school, and then I think he went to another high school and got kicked out of that one too. Um, but it's like it kind of scary, that I had no idea that this guy was going there at the time, and I don't know if I ever ran into him or may have walked by him at some point in time when I was going to school there. Anyway, he famous because he murdered 4 people. He became a leader of the Crips. And in 1979, early 1979, he murdered 4 people. He murdered, I think it was a store clerk at a convenience store, and then he murdered 3 Asian people. I think a man and 2 women were shot. He shot and killed them. He was convicted of murder in 1981, and he was executed in 2005. That's how long it took him. He was in prison all those years before he was given the death penalty in 1981, and it took him until 2005 to execute him. He's like he was always trying to get out of what he did and everything, but it didn't work. And I remember in 2005 I was hosting a party. There was a big hubbub about him being executed. A lot of people did not want him to be executed. They thought he might actually be innocent, which he was not. He murdered 4 people, no ifs, ands, or buts. And like I said, he became like the leader of the Crips. And so I hosted this party in 2005. It was a Mensa party, and had people over, and there were a lot of people that were, vehemently against him being executed. It's like because of the media, what the media had done and so on. But it's like trying to tell that to the victims of the murdered family's family, of the victims. It's like trying to get any sympathy from them. They're not going to get it. I was looking up the Wikipedia entry, and I was kind of disappointed. It was there's a lot of they say a lot of facts, but it looks like they lean toward kissing his ass and being sympathetic, actually being sympathetic to him. You're better off actually looking at the Murderpedia. There's a website called Murderpedia. There's a story about him and murder in Murderpedia, and also it's like, and there's also they're hard to look at, but there's photos of the murder victims. After you look at what he did to those victims, you don't feel sorry for him at all. But there, I was just surprised back in 2005 how many people were like did not want to see him executed, and he went out the easy way. It was by lethal injection. So instead of getting shot and killed by somebody like he did to these poor people. It's like I think he shot one of them in the face. So it's like I have no sympathy for murderers, none whatsoever. So anyway, that was kind of an interesting coincidence of odd incidents about going to Washington High School, and I may have actually walked by him at some point. Probably never talked to him, but he was there when I was there.